This is Chris K with a basic program design review for our Throwdown and Chisel template. Now the first thing to look at with Throwdown and Chisel template is just keeping track of how we are logging. So for example, we create this template pretty much three phases ahead. So if we have we have clients on a 60 to 90 day cycle, I mean we're going to take them through we're going to take them through three phases of this template, programmed in months ahead of time before we create another one. We just do that based upon need. The way we look at it is with each Friday Throwdown or Chisel week that goes by, when we start a new template, we're just going to X out or date the last day of the week. So 7/1, 7/14, 7/28, 8/1. Then we know we go into phase 2 and so on. Until we max out the template, then we're going to create another one. Now the template design is pretty simple. Every 4 weeks or every 3 weeks, we put our clients through this template for 1 week, just to allow them to recover, and as sort of a break between phases, kind of breaks up the monotony. It's a bit more cardio in nature. Now for the sets and reps, what we're going to do is this template is performed in an interval format. Okay, meaning we are going to perform anywhere from 30 to 50 seconds. And we just write that in the sets and reps in target box. We allocate the proper time. And then we write in just the basic exercise. I mean, for me, if we're only doing this once every 3 weeks, the exercises can be the same. We have a rollout, a scissor kick, a march, and an alternating hand press. And with this, again, you can vary it if you'd like to. You can put in a different version. Sometimes I like to say maybe a carpet square rollout for phase 1, an ab wheel rollout for phase 2, and so forth. And you can certainly vary the plank exercises, but sometimes that's really not necessary when we're only doing this every couple weeks. People don't really know. And really the big thing to notice here is when I'm creating a circuit, I'm writing in under core circuit, I'm going to create the categories that I want. So I know that I want a core strength exercise that's kind of a little bit harder on the abs. It involves movement followed by a dead bug exercise, a plank exercise, and a dead bug exercise. But it could be 3 planks, it could be 3 dead bugs, whatever you want. The point is we put them through an ab circuit first. All right, our next bracket is going to be strength training. All right, with this, we're always going to have an upper body pull, a lower body exercise, and an upper body push. These are going to be performed once again anywhere from 30 to 50 seconds, 15 to 20 minutes in terms of the circuit itself. And again, they're going to perform a pulling exercise. I just have an inverted row here, an air squat, and a lateral push-up. Generally with this, we're going to err on the side of body weight exercises. Again, you have to consider that this is an unloading phase, so we want to keep things fairly light, and that's the instructions that we want to give clients as well. I mean, again, we want them to go hard and push themselves, but this is not about going to failure. This is about, doing as many as they can with proper form. It's going to be cardio, but it's also just moving at a controlled pace and doing with proper form. All right, now moving on to our interval circuit. These are more just agility and power-based exercise that we use to kind of finish people off and build some general athleticism. Once again, 30 to 50 seconds is what we're looking at in terms of the rep count. This is a 15 to 20 minute circuit, and with this, we have an agility drill, which we have as a T drill, a power drill, power exercise, which is just some sort of a med ball drill, a jump, a slam, whatever it may be. We actually have a jumping exercise, so that might conflict with the jump, but we have jumping rope. With that, you could do speed ladder drills, you could do any kind of a hop, whatever it may be. And for our total body exercise, this is just the movement that involves the upper and the lower body. So a burpee is a perfect example of that because it's a jump followed by arm movement. You could also do something like a reverse lunge with a press. You could do a squat with a row, just something that involves the upper and the lower body working together. So think multi-joint with that. And once again, we can list out the different variations over the 3 phases, or we could just have one for the 3 phases. Now, in moving down, we end the workout with just prehab. So we have a shoulder and a hip prehab. And this could be anything from X-band walks, band pullbacks, glute bridge, really anything that is going to influence the posterior chain and the back of the shoulders, and anything works. If there's time, I like to program in a finisher, okay, and one of the ways that we do that is, I'm gonna show you how to do that here. So what we're going to do is in our Dropbox folder, all right, in our let's see here. In your Peak Fitness Lakeland Dropbox folder, you're going to find the Metabolic Conditioning Guide. All right, now the Metabolic Conditioning Guide contains like exercise libraries, the formats that we use for metabolic conditioning, but one of the things that we're going to look at here are our challenge workout formats. So I'm going to scroll way down here, way down, okay, to our challenge workout formats. All right, and what these are teamwork formats. Okay, this is on page, I believe, let's see, page 15. Okay, and these are just different formats that involve partners. Okay, so we have about maybe 20 formats here that just kind of go along with, you know, they involve partner competition, small groups together, partners working together, you know, maybe two halves of the boot camp working together, whatever it may be. But plugging this in as a finisher at the end of the workout is something that is powerful because it gets people working together. You know, and what I'll do is I'll generally rotate through these. You know, if I'm doing tug of war, you know, for a month, you know, maybe the next month I'll do baseball or teamwork. I can just go straight down the line. There are enough here that, you know, we'll never have to repeat the same two twice. So again, you know, just go, you know, what I'll do is I'll just cut and paste these instructions. I'll go back to my template and I'll just cut and paste them in. All right, and then so you know that for that amount of time, tug of war is your finisher. Okay, and it's the same deal with workout B. You're going to do the same thing. So I'm just going to go ahead and scroll down to the chisel class. Okay, now chisel, the way this is going to work is our chisel template is going to kind of match our every 3-week template, meaning like we do the same chisel workouts on day 1 and then day 2 for a period of 3 weeks. Okay, we want the clients to try to keep track of their numbers, log, see how they improve, you know, and then, you know, as we go into the second phase, you know, we're going to list new ones. All right, and you'll notice that I've listed out several formats here. Okay, we have a 10-to-1 countdown and we have multiplication. All right, now going back to our metabolic conditioning guide here. All right, one of the things that you'll also notice, okay, is that we have metabolic formats here. Okay, so I'm going to go to the top of this, but what I've done is listed out every metabolic workout format that we've ever created, and we have about 50 of these. Okay, and these are just different ones, such as alter ego, where that's one that's pretty familiar to people, where the first exercise begins with 30 to 50 reps and this number moves down until they do the circuit 5 times. We have and again, in the same fashion as our teamwork workouts, I'm just going to scroll through these, you know, and then go ahead and come back here, cut and paste that into, you know, each one, you know, and that's how it goes. I'll generally create this 2 to 3 phases ahead. I'll do day 1, day 2, and then again, and you know, day 1, day 2 for phase 2. And it's the same deal with the Friday Throwdown. Again, we choose strength exercise. We start with a strength circuit. We choose some strength. We just choose a strength exercise to, you know, perform first. We do the strength circuit, and then we go immediately into the Metcon. So these are also the same metabolic conditioning formats. You know, you're working with about 50 formats in our metabolic conditioning guide, so you're never going to have to repeat the same one twice. So once again, you're simply going to go to the metabolic conditioning guide, choose a format, you know, put it in, and then, you know, with each week we're just going to choose the exercises for these workouts.